It's lovely to see you both.
Hi.
Congratulations on this. It's definitely one of my favourite films of the year. It brought me so much joy. I want to watch it again and again and again. Taking on the role of Bob Marley. Kingsley, how did you feel when that first came to you? Because it's big, innit?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make sure everyone understood before I auditioned that I can't sing,
Right, okay.
I can't dance, I don't really look like Bob.
You can dance.
I'm very tall, and he's, you know, and I was like, does everyone know what's going on? And I was doing Marvel at the time, so I was like 96 kilos, and so I got the camera and asked when I was auditioning to come in really close and just do the eyes and the voice and then see what happens. There's nothing to lose, you know. And then Ziggy and the family, they wanted to meet straight away. And I was with them, you know. It was like a week or two, and then the process kind of begun. So there was it happened so quickly, and I found Bob, or kind of finding Bob's voice, finding out who he was as a human being and as a father and as a man and what his experience was. I did that with the family and with Bob's friends. So I feel like I felt a lot of love and support, and I felt very safe because I knew they were always going to be there to help, you know. And
if you're saying you can't dance, then there's no hope for me, because you've got rhythm, like you've got natural rhythm.
But no one can dance like Bob, though.
True.
You know.
Well, you can.
If you watch Bob, it's like, you can't choreograph it.
Yeah.
So that was where it was like, how do we go about trying to figure this thing? You know, what's going on? And then it's really, there was a process, and I had a lot of help, you know. But no one can move. The way he moves is like something else.
It's like he feels the music and his soul in it. Like,
yeah.
And behind every great man, there's an even greater woman, in my opinion. Lashana, Rita, what a force of a woman. Love her. Stan Rita. What was it like taking on that role and then obviously getting to meet her and playing a real life person?
Yeah, that was wild. Really wild. You can... And I say this respectfully, you can do all the research you can, the reading, the watching the interviews and all of that. The speaking to people who knew the person or meeting the person themselves is the only, for me now, that if I'm going to play another real person, the only route in. At least one person that has a perspective that is different to what you've read or that shifts your mind slightly to give you the gateway into them. So sitting with her, I genuinely felt like a child. I came with all of these questions and I was like so determined to get the answers, and I started like this and then just slowly put the book away and was like, I'm not going to get these answers today. I'm going to get something else. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be worthwhile. And it ended up being just a soaking in of her spirit. And in retrospect now, I'm really grateful that it was that way round, because the information in the end, although you need the facts, the information wasn't the most helpful for me, because there's so little very free-flowing content of Mrs. Marley just being that I didn't get to see much outside of her. I don't know, just there's a few videos on YouTube of her at a concert or at a talk, and you get to see a bit of her, but she's interacting with people. How is she in-house? How is she when she's quiet and when she's trying to be still but can't be? How is she intimately with this man? I had to find that through her spirit, and that's what I got. The love runs like a well. The love for that man from that woman is so ever present. I felt it just sitting in front of her and mentioning Bob's name. She just goes into this like childlike, kind of innocent, really, really open and free way of being that let me know that the love was constant. No matter what tried them, the love was constant from that woman. So it was an honour to have time with her and have access to the family in order to help guide an authentic version of her.
Oh, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall in that conversation. I bet you it was amazing. I feel like she's someone you could just chat to all day, literally.
And she's so giving as well. She literally, at the end, she was like, I got you these like books with Bob's face on it, and I got you a tote bag, and I also got you, and I'm just like,
that is so
thanks,
sweet.
Thank you. She made me a display of like, I came into the house and there was along the wall was like all of these framed photos, like massive framed photos of her and Bob, and she just brought them from different parts of the house to this area for me to see. I thought, gosh, she's just such a wonderful soul.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm playing a wonderful soul. That's all I need to know. She's just good.
I was Rita the other day, and I was talking to her, and I kissed her hand, and I don't know what I was saying. I was just rambling at her, and then she went like that in the back of my head and gave it a slap.
You're joking.
She just went. I know. I got a bile head. Yeah. It was,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
so nice
lots.
though. It was loving.
Oh,
It was
wow.
loving.
Well,
And she
just-
with a smile.
Just really quickly then, you've starred in Barbie, you've been a Ken, you're playing Bob Marley. Have you peaked? Where do you go next?
In the same sentence.
Where do you go next? Like how can you peak? How can you top this?
I don't know. Hopefully someone writes a great script and sends it to me. That's what I hope. Someone.
I would just retire if it was me.
No,
I'd
it's
be
been
like,
nice.
I've done it.
It's been really nice. It's been really nice though, man. And like to be on Barbie and have all of that fun and that silliness just before going into Bob was kind of perfect, you know, as like enjoy this because the next year and a half is going to be intense, and it was perfect. It was really perfect.
Well, don't be
you know.
putting down the dance moves. We've seen them. I know you can dance.
No, it's all right. But you know, choreography, you can learn it, but that, you know,
That's your move.
that's the Barbie move. Yeah.
Listen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was genius
That was
what you
pro.
just did. God.